First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Wilson. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And right away, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to launch this thing. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's West, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On second down, Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
14.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devon Kennard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it with West. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Go, 14. Run left, run left. 9, 280.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Go, 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Gun. 12.
From the shotgun, Wilson rolling to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
19.
Again, Wilson. He hits West underneath. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And out now come the Seahawks. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Check 50. Switch. 19.
Now West. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Go 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
14.
On 1st down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
14.
From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Torlolo. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Wilson snags it left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Riddick. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Riddick. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Tate. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's Stafford, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Wilson. He lets it, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Seahawks. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Riddick with a carry. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The final shot before the break. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Riddick. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, Stafford here. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Stafford on first down. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Chart Kendrick West, 30, past the 20, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run again here with West. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Stafford looks to throw again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first down. Stafford. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Special! Go special!
This is Wentz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Blitz! 14, running.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Gotta go. Check 51.
On the toss, there goes Wentz. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Julius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They find some open field here. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On the ground, it's West again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To the air again. Stafford. Stepping up. He's hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They start on the ground with West, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I know you feel that. Let's go work. Let's go to work.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are